Lake Blue Ridge here in North Georgia. Today is our day to catch some trout. We need trout. We gotta catch one. We're gonna be out here for a while. We got no time limit today. The weather is perfect. It's not super windy. It's safe to be out here. So we're gonna give it our best effort here. We found out from some guys that were repairing docks that live here that there's trout in this area. They stock the river like right up in front of where we're at, and this is the spot. We came out here yesterday for just a few minutes, got 3 bites. I saw a rainbow trout come up and hit my lure right by the boat. I know, I saw it with my own 2 eyes that there's trout in here. So we're back, same spot. We're gonna try to catch one. We're both using inline spinners. I got a silver and gold one. Dylan's got the old school black and yellow Meps. So hopefully we can get on one today. Appreciate you guys joining us. Let's catch a fish. Adjust this guy just a tiny bit. First cast of the day. Just gonna kind of like fish it just fast enough for the spinner. Spin and keep it off the bottom. But right over there where that tree is laying on the ground is where I got my strikes yesterday. So we're back in the same spot. Should have a good chance. It's a brisk 40 degrees right now, but we got jackets on. We're nice. We're warm. I got the trolling motor in the water too, so we can kind of maintain our position over here. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing us this way, which is fine. We'll just kind of fight that with the trolling motor. Dylan almost just hit the camera with his lure. That wouldn't have been good. Dylan, what are you thinking, dude? Back to slightly deeper water over here. 2 feet's probably not quite deep enough. I can see the bottom over there. Gets real shallow over here. But Dylan and I fished this spot yesterday, so we're a little bit familiar with it now, which is nice. Probably need to turn this just a bit. There we go.
Do you think they're really just gonna stay here all day?
No, we're gonna keep moving around, but we got bites here yesterday, so no reason to give up on this spot yet. Do a quick camera adjustment. You guys are like super crooked here. Don't mind the jostling of the camera. There we go. Come on, trout. Let's do this today. I got the GoPro on. If we get any strikes, or it seems like it's turning on, I'm going to turn on the GoPro so we can get some more footage for the long form video that we're making this week. We are on vacation We're actually staying in a town called Morganton, which is like 15 minutes away from Blue Ridge, which is an awesome town. We've gone there a couple times already, just hung out, had lunch, went to a vineyard and orchard, just kind of hung out and had fun in town yesterday. The weather was not good for fishing at all yesterday. So today is our day to fish, and tomorrow. So we really need to get Dylan on his first trout, guys. If you haven't hit that like button yet, do it. Hit the like button. Just double tap your phone screen. Nobody's commenting yet.
Is your comments on?
I turned them on. I don't know if the chat's working properly. Let me just double check the chat here, guys, just in case. Oh, there was people commenting. My chat was froze up, guys. The OG GOAT, Shane Glover, John C. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. You're on vacation too? Me and your dad are doing the same thing. Sweet. Gotta love some fishing. Me and Dylan do. We fish as much as we can. And my chat is still frozen. Come on, chat. There we go. OG GOAT. We are in great shape now. I can read the chat. We're just kind of fishing the shoreline where the water goes from shallow to deep with inline spinners. A couple different colors of them. So hopefully the trout will see it, come up and nail it. We got to get one of these trout. Trout for dinner. I actually like the color of the spinner that Dylan has on better, but I think they'll hit either one of these. The wind direction is not ideal. I know the stash is throwing everybody off. It's throwing me off, honestly. Every time I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh yeah, I shaved off my beard. But I'm letting it grow back. It's coming back already. I can't do it. I can't just have the mustache. I think I need to reel this just a tiny bit faster so that the spinner stays spinning. I feel like the trout don't really want a inline spinner unless the spinner is spinning. Boat keeps wanting to turn out away from where I want to fish. We also have some night crawlers and another rod that's rigged up just with a worm or a hook and some split shots, and we can try those here in a little bit, maybe in a different spot, maybe here, I don't know yet, we'll see. Yeah, this spinner just does not want to spin properly. I think I'm gonna change my bait here real quick, guys.
Mine's spinning.
Yeah, yours is a good one. This one's defective or something. Now we're just spinning around the other way. The wind wants us to keep spinning for whatever reason. Right when we pulled up, the water was much calmer. The wind has slightly picked up in the last like 5 minutes. But when we first pulled up, I saw a couple trout come up and just pop the surface. Trout just like stick their head out of the water while they're getting a bug or something. You can kind of tell it's definitely a trout. Yeah, I need a lure that's working properly here, guys. This one is not. Justin McMullen, you can barely hear me. Is it windy or am I facing the wrong direction? What happened? Uh-oh, Dylan casted right over me. Windy? All right, let me deal with the wind situation here. And then I'll retie my bait. It actually doesn't feel very windy. We've done live streams much windier than this. All right, we'll set this down, fix that up. No luck yet. We are still on the hunt. It's new water, so we never know what to expect. And it seems like we just have bad luck when it comes to trout fishing for whatever reason. Let me get this set up here real quick. I don't even have the camera plugged in to charge. Got to do that too. Yes, everybody hit that like button while we're waiting. Dylan's taking a break already. What's going on over here, dude? Do the old pantyhose trick over the microphone. Seems to do the job. Just got to pop a hole so we can get the charging cable through it. Like so. Then we can plug the charger in and cover the microphone with the pantyhose. I forget who told me about this, but since they did, I've been doing it and it seems to work really well. If you can get the thing to stay on. All right, I think I got it. How's that, guys? Is there no wind noise anymore? Did we get it? Should be covered. Let's catch a trout right here. Sweet. Oh, I forgot to change my lure. Gotta change the lure here. we let ourselves drift too far, it gets really shallow. I had to like manually hold up the trolling motor so that it was right below the surface yesterday so we could get out of here.
No. They need to be shallow. So I can cast.
Yeah, right here. Cast over here. I'm just getting the boat straightened out. All right, now we're not in the scary area. Gets like 6 inches deep over there. All right, last cast with this lure, and then we're switching to another one. Got 22 awesome people in here already. Appreciate you guys for joining us here at Lake Blue Ridge in North Georgia. It is gorgeous too. Perfect day. Probably not perfect for fishing, but at least we can enjoy ourselves while we're out here. Yesterday was brutal. We actually tried to take a evening trip yesterday, and we got down to the dock and the boat was going like this, and we were like, nah, I don't think this is safe. So we did not do an evening fish yesterday because it was way too windy. Shortly here, OG Goat. We always like to wait a little bit, make sure people aren't going to say weird stuff, and then we make them a mod. Stay in with us, and you'll get there. Then everybody can connect, share each other's channels, all that kind of good stuff. Besides just making fishing content, we also are on a mission to connect the worldwide fishing community. All right, let's see what lures we got. I think I might try this gold spoon lure that I got. It's like a spoon jig. Little feather tail on it. Should get some good action, and hopefully the trout will see it. We got some other stuff to try too, so if this one doesn't work, we'll switch to a different one. Really nice thing about this lake is we're not like tearing up our fishing line, dragging it through weeds and rocks and sticks and all kinds of other stuff. So I don't feel like we're having to retie really because the line's not getting damaged. Maybe if we catch a fish, we'll have to just double check it, and we'll see. Jay Fishing and Outdoors, what's up? Appreciate you coming in, doing some trout fishing. It's a rare thing for us. We live in Florida where there are no freshwater trout. Our only hope of catching trout is a speckled sea trout or a sand trout or one of those other saltwater trout species. Oh yeah, it's gorgeous out here today. Yeah, it's been a bit. Grampy Fishhead, welcome in. Hey Dad. Say hi to Grampy, Dylan.
Hi, Grippy.
Gonna try the gold spoon today. think Dylan stayed up late last night because he's all tired for whatever
No.
reason.
I'm just bored.
All right, let's catch something. Oh, not the best first cast with that. Grampy says hi, Dylan. So far, everything we've been trying has been silver. So maybe switching to gold will help.
I have gold.
Yours is like half gold, half silver.
No, it's gold and black. And a bit of red. There's no silver on mine.
The lake is a little bit low today. Well, since we got here, you can see like the exposed ground on the shorelines. And I asked the guy yesterday that told us where the trout were at, if the lake is really low, and he was like, no, it's up like 10 feet from where it was at. So apparently it got really low at one point. Brian, we're fishing for trout today. Rainbow trout or brown trout, both in here. All right, we're almost back to the really shallow spot, so let me get us turned around here. We got in the really shallow spot yesterday, and the trolling motor just stuck in the mud. Kind of held us in place though. I think we'll try a little bit further up here on this point. Get some pretty good casting distance with this spoon. There's a creek called Star Creek that flows into the lake right here. And they stock that creek. This is what the guy told me yesterday. They stock that creek, and over time the fish just end up down here in the lake. And some of them are big. Which would be really nice to get on a big trout. But at this point, I'll take any size trout. Any size will do. Come on, trout. Amazingly, there's also walleye in this lake. But the guy said they fish for those in the really deep part of the lake with like downriggers and planer boards and stuff like that, and we don't have that equipment.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, in my tackle bag. I have big lures and saltwater jigs.
Yeah, but that's not the equipment we need to do it.
Yeah. I have the lures for it.
Yeah, you might have the lures, but we need a bunch of other stuff. We got that set up too, Brian. We've got power baits and night crawlers. We've got one rod rigged up with just a hook, a couple split shots.
We have two of those.
We only brought one of them out
We
today.
have Lucas's.
Oh yeah, we do have Lucas's little push button rod. If we want to put two lines out with a worm, we could. Or we could always just re-rig one of these rods.
Then we'd have three.
But right now I just want to catch one. And I had some hits yesterday on the shiny baits. So I'm going to stick with the shiny baits for right now. But we've got other options. Here comes Dylan. I don't know what he's doing.
I want to see who's in.
casted that one all the way onto the shore.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys are getting any of this scenery, but it is gorgeous around this lake. There's a mountain right in front of us. We're up in a mountain now, but some of the mountain peaks around here are much higher. Try to show you guys. You can always see these mountains like off in the distance that are a little higher than where we're at.
I think your chat's frozen. It hasn't changed in a while.
Is my chat froze up again?
Is it?
There we go.
No?
It's not froze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got inline spinners. Dylan's got the MEPS black and yellow one on his. I just took one off of mine and put the little gold spoon with the feather tail on it. But we definitely have some other baits to use. A bunch of inline spinners. Got like 7 or 8 different colored blades on them. Last year when we went to South Carolina, we fished pretty much just all rivers and creeks and threw the inline spinner the whole time.
I threw salmon eggs.
Yeah, Dylan has salmon eggs and trout nuggets, but we haven't had any luck yet at all. But we don't claim to be expert trout fishermen. There's also largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass in this lake. So I think this afternoon we're gonna go back to our familiarity and do a little bass fishing later. We are, you can't see it here, but the shore is like maybe 30 yards away right here. We're casting to the shore and reeling off of the shore. I can definitely cast onto the shore if I really rip it right now. It's kind of a shallow looking area in front of us too. I can see like a sandbar coming out off of the point. So if we head exactly straight from where we're going right now, we're going to end up going over that sandbar. Yeah, that one was like 3 feet from the shore. Try not to let us move too much, but if I stop the trolling motor, the wind immediately grabs the boat and turns us. So I have to keep hitting the trolling motor. And we're already drifting backwards. Come on, trout, let's do this. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, do it. Do it. Hit the like button. Let's spread this out across the YouTube universe. Everybody that likes to fish can see this beautiful lake that we're on, which I think we've already decided we want to come back to again. Only problem is we haven't caught any fish yet, but you can't blame the lake as much as the fishermen. I'm just kind of like slow rolling this little gold spoon, giving it little taps. Might try casting out into the deeper water. We saw them hitting the surface like in the middle yesterday. They were coming up for flies or whatever. We don't have any fly fishing equipment with us, so we can't fly fish. But I figure if they're feeding and you get a spinner or a spoon or something right in front of their mouth, they should hit it.
Can you re-rig this with one of my lures that I gave you?
Which one?
I'll show you.
John C., I do have it. It's on the bait caster. We didn't bring the bait caster out for this trip, but when we go back to the dock, we're gonna switch over to bass, I think, and I'll definitely be grabbing it.
Where's that blue box?
Totally different kind of lake than we normally fish though, so there's no cover to fish with the topwater frog.
Dad, where's that blue box that has stuff
In the tackle bag here.
in the
Yeah, we're definitely gonna switch over to bass. We're gonna do an afternoon or an evening fish today. We'll go live for that too, hopefully. And then Dylan and I got some shrimp that we're gonna cook, and we have shrimp flavored ramen. So we're gonna make a real shrimp ramen dinner. And we might go live for that by the campfire tonight. We'll see.
This one that I gave you, Dad. This rainbowy one.
That one?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
feather tail.
Worth a try.
Here you go. Put it right by my rod.
Yeah, there's a sandbar coming up. We'll get that one casted out here in a second. Dylan wants me to put a different lure on for him. It's like a rainbow trout colored lure. Maybe that'll work. All right, hand me the lure and your rod.
Lure. There's one hook and a thirst.
Yeah, this one has like a stinger hook on it. So you got the treble on the bottom, and then you also got this little stinger up here. Should work.
You know what we could use for live bait in here?
Worms.
No. One of those black and white mollies. Those would work really well, I bet. Right, Dad?
Maybe.
They stand out really well because they're white and black. Black and white mollies. Dalmatians. They'll work really well. We're spinning. Woo.
Yep. As soon as I don't pay attention to the trolling motor, we're all out of position.
We're spinning fast now.
Someone said there was crappie in this lake too, but we can catch crappie back home. We can't catch trout back home.
We can catch bass at home.
Yeah, we can catch bass back home too.
Oh, that catch bar.
Come on, fish, help us out here.
Oh, that's nice. It actually swims.
Yeah, that's a good bait.
Swims.
Yep.
Nice.
The spoon kind of like goes like this. Dylan's lure is swimming like a fish, which is a good action.
And it's really heavy, so I can get it far. Dad, you're gonna go over my lure.
Alright, bring it in all the way.
I don't know how fast I really need to reel this until it's like it'll look.
Another great thing about this lake, it's deep. So you don't really have to worry about cruising around in the boat. Back home, we're always worried about like stumps and stuff.
Some places it's shallow, like right here, it's pretty deep.
Yeah, we're getting kind of shallow. We're almost up to that sandbar now.
Okay, let's go wade.
Dylan wants to wade. But we haven't found anything good as far as rivers and creeks yet. We've just been focusing on the lake. OG, are you still in? The OG goat? I think the time has come. And Brian, you are speaking fishing, so you get your wrench. Now you can connect to everybody. And OG hasn't said anything weird, so you get your wrench. There you go. Now you guys can connect to everybody. Got to hit that like button though. And if anybody isn't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button too. Come on, trout.
Wait, Dad, go back. I just had bite.
You getting bites?
That's a
Nice. We're not moving. Dylan just had something hit his lure. Hopefully it's a trout. I'm just trying to cover like as much water as we can. Not. Are you sure it's not dragging on the bottom? Man, these trout are just not active right now. What's going on? Might have to try a different spot. Some deeper water maybe. I just hit a clump of weeds out there. That nasty, slimy green stuff. hard to get that slime off of the bucktail thing. We're almost up to that sandbar. I think I'll throw the power bait when we get on the other side of it. Kind of let that sit at the bottom for a minute. It's really hard to bottom fish though because the boat keeps wanting to drift so far. I think our chat is froze up again. The bad thing about being out here is the service is a little bit spotty. So the chat freezes up. Yesterday we had to reconnect like 5 times. Actually, not yesterday, the day before. Yesterday the weather was just way too crazy. It was raining, then it was super windy. So we made yesterday like our exploration vacation day. Alright, we're almost up to this sandbar. I think what I can do is just throw the power bait like on the side of the sandbar and let the wind drift us back across it. That way the power bait will stay down by the bottom. Try to keep our baits weed free today. Because trout can see really good. They see these tiny little flies. So that means they can see anything that's weird about your lure. What are you doing, dude?
Looking at cat. No one's talking.
I guess OG Goat only wanted his mod. Since I made him wait a minute, he just ditched. Dipped out, so he's never gonna know. Brian, you gotta say something else so we can see your wrench. Make sure it went through. Are you still there?
There's only 6 people in here.
Yeah, I guess our service must be really bad. Maybe our video quality is bad. chat's froze up again. Come on, fish. All right, Dylan, throw out that power bait.
Okay, it's still squishy.
All right, cool. Just throw it out that way. Let it sink. Fishless fisherman in the house. Appreciate you coming in.
I don't know if it smells like anything anymore.
We're loving the Georgia mountains. Fishing is not treating us real good, but the scenery is beautiful. The lake is amazing. The town of Blue Ridge is really awesome. Tons of cool stuff to do there. Way more than we have time to check out while we're here. So we'll probably have to come back. But definitely a nice place.
There's a tangle, Dad. Deep.
You're almost to it. You gotta be. You got the old loop on the reel situation here, guys.
How deep is this?
Is it tough? It seems like it. We're gonna probably do a little bass fishing later today.
Oh, there.
Switch over from trout to bass. Now put a little tension on the line as you're reeling it in, and then it shouldn't do that again. Yeah, this area is really nice. Took me a minute to get used to driving around in the mountains, but I've overcome my fear of it now. It's beautiful. I was like, because I have like an irrational fear of heights. Every time I'd get like on a road where it was a big drop off down the mountain on the side of the road.
Dad, there's a knot.
Ah, dude.
It was too deep.
What do you mean it was too deep? You weren't putting the line into the water.
What?
You were putting the line onto the boat instead of in the water. He got it all tangled up here, guys.
Well, I know that.
All right, give me the rod. Let me see it.
The tangle was too deep into the reel.
No, that was not tangled. You pulled that line out and got it tangled.
I know, but that other tangle that I fixed was too deep into the reel.
Whatever you're saying doesn't make any sense, dude. All right.
There's too much.
Be ready to reel when I say reel. It's not quite a rat's nest. I think we can salvage the situation here.
There's a knot.
There is no knot. If there's a knot, we have to cut it off. How did this happen? Instead of fishing, we're messing around with knots.
Told you there was a knot.
Twisted line, no knots. All right, reel the rest of that in a little bit. Wait. As I'm getting the loops out, but don't pull tight. If you pull tight, it turns into a knot. We might be in trouble here. Oh, the trolling motor just hit the mud. So we'll probably end up sticking right here for a minute.
It's a knot.
Reel a little. Okay. be a knot. Don't be a knot.
It's a knot. If a fish got on, would this be a big problem?
We wouldn't be able to reel it in.
Hand line a fish.
Taman Park in Blue Ridge. A lady yesterday at the orchard told us a spot to go where we can fish on the Toccoa River. But we haven't tried it. Yes. All right, reel. All right, it wasn't a knot, guys. We salvaged it.
It wasn't knot, but you fixed the knot.
Taman Park. All right, we'll have to look that up. Might be able to try that later or tomorrow. See if I can get us out of the mud. Nope. All right, we had to manually lift the trolling motor to get out of the mud. But we're back to fishing now. Crisis averted. Yesterday I was using an inline spinner. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Right off 515, the Toccoa River. Okay, I'll look it up. Taman Park. Appreciate you coming in, bud. Have a good one. Hit that like button on your way out. I'm usually the guy saying I got to get back to work and watching everybody else fish. So this is a nice treat. Come on, fish, where you at? You want to move that lure a little slower, Dylan. Let it get closer to the bottom. If we could get that power bait down to the bottom, that'd be great.
I already threw it.
It's out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we do have the power bait down. Dylan's using it. We're in 7 feet of water right now, guys. Fishing towards the shore, bringing it back out to the boat. Trying to let my lure get down near the bottom.
Well, there's something floating. Kind of big.
Where?
On the river.
Oh.
It's about 2.5 feet deep.
How's the video quality, guys? Are we getting bad reception here? Sounds like someone's over there working on a dock or something. Video looks good. Sweet. Appreciate that. Father and son, bless up yourself. Appreciate you coming in. Doing some cold, deep water trout fishing right now. Not what we usually do. Definitely a little different than Jamaica.
There's something tiny floating.
Some bait fish or something on the
No, it's only one.
one.
Yeah. One bait fish.
Maybe it's a little trout.
It's about 2 feet deep.
There's a little cut coming up on the side. I think we're gonna fish. We'll be back fishing in Jamaica eventually.
I never been to Jamaica.
Yep, Dylan's never gone to Jamaica. So we'll have to take him down there so he can find out about it. Get you your wrench. You've been around for a while. Don't know why you don't have a wrench. There you go.
Who?
Father and son. Come on, trout, hit it. I'm liking the looks of this little point and this inlet that we're about to get to. I got a good feeling about it. It would be a great spot for bass, but we didn't bring any of our bass stuff out here. It's still back at the cabin. We'll do a little bass fishing later though. Get this casted out behind us. We'll just kind of slow troll this lure. I'll head straight over to that spot because it looks real nice over here. Seems like pretty much the bottom here is all just like dirt and clay and small rocks. I don't know if I caught a stick or something, but it feels heavy all of a sudden.
Still heavy? Or not?
Relax and let the fish come to us.
I think these worms have been burnt.
Keep them out of the sun.
They're underground, so I can't tell.
Yes. Beautiful blue sky today. Are they in the shade?
They weren't. I'm moving them. Where are they? They might be dead.
No, they're dig one up, make sure. We don't want dead worms. This is a really good looking little cut. We'll turn into it so you guys can see. Maybe we'll try a night fishing trip tonight.
There's no worms.
There's worms in there, dude.
Can't find them.
Don't shake them up.
Well, that's how I get them to the bottom, to the top.
Just dig your finger down a little bit.
Ew.
Oh, it actually looks like maybe a tiny little creek
Ooh.
flows into the lake right over here. That might be a perfect spot to throw for trout. I didn't even notice this when we drove by it.
Yep, they're all alive.
Okay, good. Keep them in the shade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us turning in over here.
Good. Jump out through this wall in the bottom.
No, dude. We're almost into this cut now. It does look like a little creek. Can't tell if any water is flowing down it though. Alright, I'm going to stop right here and we can cast into this cut. None yet. We're still working on it. We're fishing unfamiliar water with unfamiliar lures for fish we never catch. So we're trying to figure it out as we go. And I had a whole bunch of weeds on there that time.
Ooh, there's a lot of fish under us.
A school of bait fish.
No, they're all separated. Not in a big cluster.
Alright, it might be promising here, guys. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. If we could find a place where there's any bluegill, we could catch a couple bluegill and use those for catfish bait for a night live stream. Because it says there's channel catfish here. Catfish would be delicious too. Little trout and catfish.
Whoa. I'm getting bites, and then it's going slack.
Check it.
Is that a fish, you think, or just the bottom?
I don't know. See what happens. Feel if it's tugging. feel like with a gold spoon, even if there's no trout, you can still catch some bass on it. I've caught bass on a gold spoon before. Not this kind with the bucktail on it, but the ones we use in saltwater for like trout and redfish. I think it's just so shallow in here. We're about to hit bottom again. Getting us off the bottom. Hold on. All right, we're clear of the bottom.
Oh, you're gonna hit my line, Dad. Stop.
We don't want to be stuck on the bottom. I'm just getting us out into the water where we're not stuck on the bottom. Do you want to be stuck on the bottom? I do. All right, I got us turned back out. Chad Ryan, appreciate you coming in. No fish yet, Chad. 0 fish. One of our other subscribers was in here a while ago and he said he used to live here and this is a really tough time of the year to fish. So I guess we're gonna have to come back like in the summertime or something. But from all the stuff I was reading, the trout are definitely catchable this time of the year. Here, dude. Let's try a different spot. No, we gotta go try a different spot.
Well, let's go down that river.
Alright, we can go look at it.
No, we're not gonna look at it.
Yeah, we'll go look and fish. We'll do a little exploring here on the lake. We'll head to the other side of the lake where the river goes out. Opposite of the dam.
I want to go on the river. I don't want to go
Alright. We'll make a move here, guys. Let me get everything adjusted real quick. Make sure we can maneuver out of here with no issues. And then we'll fire it up. You guys can come for a little ride with us and we'll see the sights. Let's see, how can we do this? Move everything all at one time here. battery down there. Extend these legs out. Lower this down. Straighten this up. We gotta readjust everything here, but I think we're good to go now. Just keep a hand on that tripod so it can't wiggle.
Huh?
Just keep a hand on this tripod so it can't go anywhere.
They're gonna look in front of us.
Yep. Cruising the lake.
got a fish on that drop off right there. This looks nice. Like a little pond. Nice. You think all the big fish are hiding in this river?
Yep.
River monsters.
This is where the trout live, in the river.
It's like the show River Monsters. All the big fish live in the river. You think we lost a few people on the ride here?
I don't know, we'll see.
Alright guys, start spamming comments if you're still in here. We're gonna check if you're still in here now.
All right, we made it. We're on the river now, guys.
Cat probably froze.
Roger Petty in the house, Cody Hicks in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in. We'll catch back up on chat here in a second. We just left the lake and came down into the river. Because trout love rivers, don't they?
40 feet flat? Weird.
We found a cool little spot to kind of stick up. Reel of Life in the house. Appreciate you guys being in here. Give you guys your wrenches real quick. I know all you guys. Roger Petty, Cody Hicks. There you go, guys. See if there's any trout hanging out in this little section right here. I'm gonna throw this gold spoon again for a minute.
Instead, you gotta take the camera.
What?
You gotta drive the camera.
I can see it perfect.
Okay.
Come on, big trout. You know you're hungry.
Are we going for big trout or just trout?
Any trout,
Yeah.
but a big one would be sweet. Should have brought my other jacket, because when we're not running, this jacket's a little warm, but it was much colder earlier. Danny, appreciate you coming in, Danny. Gorgeous day out here today. Still on the hunt for a trout. We left the lake and came down into the river because everything I read doing my research coming here said like where the rivers come into the lake and where the lake empties out into the Toccoa River, a lot of trout because they stock it heavily. Georgia stocks all the rivers and streams where people like to fish. They end up in the lakes because they're connected, but they actually stock the rivers and streams. So hopefully we're in the Toccoa River right now where they stock a lot of trout. Some incredibly huge homes around here. These mountain houses are giant. It's like 6,000 square foot house right here in front of us. There are some guys in a bass boat on the other side over there fishing the bank.
Really? Where?
See that blue bass boat right over there?
Yeah. How do you know they're fishing for bass? We're on a bass boat fishing for trout.
Yeah, they could be.
You said there was walleye in here too, right?
There are walleye, but the guys said they are in the deep lake water. They have to troll for them.
It's deep here. There's 40 feet just right there.
40 feet of water.
It's 17 now.
Yes, stalking them is great. We're going to be trying a bunch of different spots here. The river channel is like 100 feet deep, so it'd be kind of hard to fish with the equipment that we have. But we're trying a bunch of stuff. Hopefully we find them at some point in this trip.
I'm gonna try and cast onshore than just like pull the lure into the water. See if anyone's on the shore looking for an easy meal. No? What if I go to bed down there? It's winter.
I think I want to switch back to an inline spinner. Not getting any activity on the spoon here. Try one more cast with the spoon.
The good thing it's just big rocks, or else I'd be getting snagged like crazy when I cast up on shore. Oh, come on! I just said that, too. I just
Where
said
did you
it.
cast?
Right there. On that stick.
Oh, why'd you cast that high up on shore, dude?
It's not that bad. I can just hop off the boat real quick. Just get us a little closer,
You
please.
can't.
Huh?
You can't right now.
Why?
Because we don't have the trolling motor in.
Well, hurry.
Just wiggle it, dude. It'll come out.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Where's your lure?
It's right under that rock.
It's a little rock. You should just be able to pull it.
That's what I'm doing. It's
Just give
stuck.
Just give it constant pressure and pull the rock. No.
It ain't gonna work, Dad.
Well, you're about to be on the shore.
Well, how am I gonna get back on the boat? I'll just have to pull us to the shore. Figure my way out from there. There we go. I think that's as close as I'm getting, so I might have to jump.
Jump.
wet. Oh, this is nice. Is this silver? What the heck?
No,
Look at how shiny it is.
just a slate rock, dude. Come on.
Really? I might take
Dylan's
this.
off the boat right now, guys.
I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to look around.
Roger, 0 fish so far.
That's what it was under, Dad. Look. Oh yeah, you can just hop on shore and look at. This is what it was under, Dad. Look at how thick that was.
Come on.
No, I want to look around again.
We're about to drift off.
Fine, you have a motor there.
We're just gonna have to leave Dylan on the shore over here.
I can look around. You can come pick me up later. So many rocks.
I think we're gonna have to switch outfits here. It got much warmer since we first got out here. This jacket is way too heavy for these conditions.
I have shorts under this, so I could just take off my pants real quick.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll regroup. We'll fish this area. We'll head back to the cabin and regroup and get some other equipment. Come on, Dylan. Get back in the boat, dude. It's time to be safe. I'm drifting away from shore.
I am safe, and you have a trolling motor. And I can swim anyways.
I was gonna switch to an inline spinner. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
Grab my rod. Pull. Uh-oh.
All right.
Got dirty shoes.
He's back on the boat.
Got real dirty shoes.
Oh boy. I gotta change baits. Whoa. Got all of our trout lures and baits and everything in this one bag. Because we don't trout fish very often. So far it's been once a year.
I might just change it now into shorts. So I have them under my pants. Okay.
There we go. Dry it off a little.
What would you do if I caught a fish just doing this, Dad? Just like sticking my lure barely in the water.
I'd be flabbergasted.
Why?
because there's no fish right there and 6 inches of water under the boat.
How do you know?
I can just tell. I can see the bottom.
Magic. Actually, no, you can't, because I can't see my lure. Yeah, I just let my lure down and I can't even see it. This is like 2 feet down.
There's a little point right over there that I want to try.
Look, Dad. Can you see my lure? Can you see it? Dad.
I can't look, dude. I'm doing something. Okay, rebaited. We're gonna be doing some soft plastic stuff in a little while. Once we get to some areas that I feel like are better for bass, but right now we're mainly just looking for a trout. We've got to find a trout while we're on this trip. Hopefully with that inline spinner, it'll attract them more than the spoon. Oh, and I can feel the spinner working properly on this one. That other inline spinner I had earlier, I had to reel it so fast for the spinner to start turning. I just feel like it was a defective lure.
Here we go.
Come on, trout, please. Hey, Justin, back in the house. Still no fish, though. We're going to have to come up to, like, Michigan or something to try to catch fish. Got a bite?
No. I was snagged on the rocks again.
Don't cast on shore
I
anymore.
wasn't trying to do that. I just cast as far.
There's crazy fluctuations in depth here.
I'm bouncing with this rainbow plate looking lure on the bottom.
Yep, we are on spring break. Well, the boys are. I'm on vacation.
Vacation. This is just a normal spring break.
Yep. Going to the mountains in the colder weather to fish cold water is what you do when you live in Florida. Because what are we going to do on spring break? Go to Florida? So we decide to go north when everybody else goes south.
Because we live in the south. Under the sea.
But we got to go somewhere where trout fishing is a real thing, not just they stock the rivers here so there's a chance to catch trout. Somewhere like New England, maybe Maine,
Maine, that's where I've always wanted to go, basically.
Michigan, Wisconsin, Washington State. Somewhere where trout fishing is real, like almost a guaranteed situation. Not like what we're always trying to do, where we're like looking for the spot where the stock trout end up. Oh, dude, don't do that.
I'm gonna go to Maine with some lobster traps.
Starting to get some warm weather. The weather was 32 degrees when we woke up, like 39 degrees when we got out here, and now it feels like it's way too warm for this jacket. So I think what I'm going to do is, in a few minutes, head back to the cabin. Maybe we'll grab lunch. Maybe we'll do our shrimp ramen recipe. And then we'll head back out. Saginaw River, yes, that's right. Where there's actually trout. Right now we're in the Toccoa River.
Told you it was 40 feet here.
Yeah, it's 40 feet deep right here.
46 feet.
The Toccoa River in North Georgia, if you look it up. Our boat has never been this dirty since we bought it. We've been using it now for a few days without cleaning it in between. There's a bunch of dirt and mud and stuff in the bottom of the boat.
Clay.
Clay.
Lots of clay.
What's going on with your casting, dude? Jerry Boston in the house. I know the service is really rough here, but appreciate you guys coming in. Giant halibut would be sweet. We're doing our best, but we're at the mercy of the service, which is like 1 to 2 bars, depending on where we go. Appreciate you coming in, Jerry. Grampy Fishhead still with us. Jerry, nothing yet. No fish yet. But we're not going to give up. It's a nice little drop off right here at this bank. Yeah, we're in 28 feet of water, and I can see that it's like 2 feet deep right there at the bank. So between here and there, it's like a 25-foot drop off.
I just hit a log. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll head back to the cabin and get changed and get regrouped. And make some food.
I'm already in my clothes. Maybe start sleeping.
I'm starting to get hot. Stop.
It was 30 degrees this morning.
Yeah, it goes from below freezing to like 70 degrees.
That's what I call Florida weather. That's Florida weather. I don't know what it's doing here. It's supposed to be cold here. 18 feet. Been down 10 feet already.
18 feet.
17.
Jerry, we did a bunch of stuff yesterday over in Blue Ridge. got it all on video, so the long form video will have most of that stuff, but pretty much all we're doing on the live streams is fishing and some like campfire cooking kind of stuff. Jerry says hi, Dylan.
Hi.
He says hi back.
14. Oh, there's something big on the bottom. Drop.
A fish?
Yeah, it's really, really big. Like 3 feet tall. If it was standing on its tail. So 3 feet long. That's a big fish. That might be a walleye. Voila! Voila! With the tiny thing at the surface, or about 1 foot deep. I'm gonna cast on shore.
No.
I'm gonna cast really close to shore. Like that. Under the trees. Under the trees.
I don't know how they cannot be biting this, guys. When I lived up north, this was like the perfect trout lure.
Under the trees. Under the trees. Under the trees. Can be trees. I'm gonna get off the boat.
No, you're not.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna get the boat back out away from the shore.
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna cast towards the shore. Like that.
All right, we'll slow roll this spot as we leave.
Hey, we're in 1 foot of water and there's a lot of things.
Yep, we got to get moving.
1 foot.
We don't want to dig into the ground over here. It's like the medium-sized one. They're not that big. Let me fire up the motor and get us into better water here.
Run.
All right, sit down, buddy.
Time to go home. So I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again.
Can you put that seat down?
Can you put this up? There we go. Knee attack. And then I'll start again. Ooh. Achoo. It's too hot in here.
We're gonna wrap it up for right now, guys. We're gonna head back to the cabin, regroup, get changed, grab some lunch, probably switch over to bass mode, and then head back out on the lake to some points and try to fish some rocks. Might be able to get some smallmouth and some spotted bass. But thank you guys so much for coming in. We'll see you again shortly.
Bye.